The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that a series of extremely dramatic new developments will completely change the situation between Steffy, Finn, and the unexpected appearance of new actress Daphne. This series of dramas not only revolves around the goal of regaining the Forrester company, but also intertwines a secret love triangle, promising to make the audience dizzy. Below is the most complete and detailed development, dissecting each of the most dramatic details. Everything started when Steffy was determined to regain power for the Forrester family. She believed that the most effective trick was to find a new factor. A face that could have a strong influence and support Forrester to conquer the fashion market. Stephys Choice stopped at Daphne, a young, beautiful actress with a special charisma. Steffy discreetly arranged meetings with Daphne, where Steffy skillfully presented her desire to invite Daphne to become the brand ambassador for the new product line. After a few rounds of negotiations, Daphne not only agreed to cooperate in terms of image, but also expressed her excitement to join the Forrester family. Steffy was very pleased to feel that Daphne was the perfect piece for the plan to consolidate power. Steffy had absolute confidence in this plan, and even thought that this would be a golden move that would make competitors wary. However, Steffy herself did not expect that she had underestimated Daphne's attraction to her husband. After Steffy reached a basic agreement with Daphne, she eagerly shared this good news with her husband. Finn is a doctor, usually not too concerned about his wife's work in the fashion industry, but this time he paid special attention when he heard Steffy mention Daphne, a prominent new face who had appeared in several blockbuster film projects. The first time Finn saw Daphne was when he and Steffy accidentally attended a small fashion event organized by Ridge to introduce the new ambassador. Daphne's beauty and demeanor surprised Finn. She had a very unique aura, an attraction that was both mysterious and Hollywood. At the party, instead of hastily introducing herself, Steffy was busy chatting with Taylor and Ridge. Finn stood on the sidelines of the event, holding a glass of wine and watching Daphne from afar. The stage lights and melodious music all contributed to pushing Finn's emotions to flutter before this strange woman. Finn took the initiative to approach. Even though he knew his wife was busy with social relationships, he still approached Daphne, smiled, and said a few greetings. The audience could see Finn's eyes light up when he talked to Daphne. The conversation was short, but enough for Finn to ask for contact information. No one expected that this was the beginning of a series of hidden emotional troubles. Some time later, the Forrester family held a cozy but no less luxurious family party with all the core members present. Of course, Steffy invited Daphne to attend as an honored guest. Steffy's purpose was to create an opportunity for Daphne to get to know more about the upper class, preparing for the role of brand ambassador. At the party, Finn wore a sophisticated suit. Steffy looked gorgeous in a black evening gown with a deep neckline. But all eyes seemed to be on Daphne, who appeared in a tight-fitting red dress that showed off her perfect curves. While Steffy was happily chatting with Taylor and Ridge, Finn was once again captivated by Daphne. He slowly approached her and asked her about her work. Daphne was also surprised when Finn took the initiative, but she accepted this attention with a meaningful half-smile. Finn could not control himself. He asked to meet privately, to talk more, because he felt that Daphne had many interesting things that were not just about fashion. As for Daphne, she also intended to develop a relationship with Finn, a handsome and famous doctor in the industry. Everything stopped at meaningful glances, completely beyond Steffy's control. The story became more complicated when Daphne suddenly had health problems and decided to go to the hospital where Finn worked. Whether by accident or on purpose, Daphne was scheduled to meet Finn. Finn, as a doctor, initially maintained a professional attitude. He meticulously examined and asked questions about Daphne's symptoms. However, in the private examination space, the hidden feelings between the two gradually flared up. The accidental touches, the passing glances, or even the private moments when Finn asked about her health, all created a catalyst that brought them closer and closer. Many times, Daphne deliberately complained that she was afraid that her health condition would affect her acting career. Finn immediately reassured and gently soothed her, making Daphne feel his warmth and sincere concern. From the initial sympathy, they moved on to secret dates. Despite Steffi still being completely clueless, Finn and Daphne used the excuse of health consultation to continuously meet in restaurants, hotels, or little-known cafes. In Steffi's eyes, she still saw Finn as usual, gentle, and supportive of her work. Unexpectedly, behind her back, her husband was infatuated with Daphne, who Steffi had high hopes for the future of Forrester Company. Every secret will be exposed one day. The climax came when Steffi urgently needed to see Finn at the hospital to discuss some personal issues, but when she suddenly entered Finn's office, the scene that struck her eyes left her stunned. Daphne and Finn were hugging each other. Steffi had never imagined that her husband would hug another woman right in his workplace. Too angry and hurt, she shouted, "What are you doing? Daphne, why are you hugging my husband?" Finn frantically tried to explain that he thought Daphne slipped and fell. He was just trying to help her stand up. But Steffi almost didn't listen to that excuse, especially when she discovered lipstick on Finn's lips as living proof of betrayal. The fight was fierce. In a fit of jealousy, Steffi slapped Daphne hard and then rushed to tear her apart with extreme anger. Screams echoed throughout the hallway, causing the surrounding hospital staff to panic, but not daring to intervene for fear of a conflict between the Forresters. Finn tried to separate the two, but didn't know who to protect. Steffi was both his wife and was hurt, while Daphne was assaulted by Steffi right in front of him. The chaos reached its peak when Steffi was pushed down, hitting her head on the edge of the table. Blood flowed from the wound. She panicked before fainting on the spot. Seeing his wife fall, Finn suddenly woke up, put aside his emotional struggles with Daphne to rush to Steffi's emergency room. He shouted for help and used his medical skills to try to stabilize Steffi's condition while Daphne was panicking, standing in a corner trembling. Finn immediately checked her pulse and called the medical team. At that moment, he was afraid of the risk that Steffi might suffer a serious injury. The blood from the head wound shocked everyone around. Steffi was taken to the emergency room. Taylor, Ridge, and the Forrester family quickly arrived in a state of confusion. They were both worried about Steffi's safety and angry when they learned the source of the incident was related to Daphne. In the tense atmosphere, everyone asked a series of questions. Will the head injury cause Steffi to temporarily lose her memory, forgetting the painful truth about Finn and Daphne? Or will she wake up, full of anger and determined to take revenge at all costs? Finn is at a crossroads. He will have to face the truth that he has pushed his marriage to the brink of collapse. He himself is currently tormented and regretful, but does he have the courage to end everything with Daphne to save the marriage? No one knows what Daphne will plan next. She is a clever person who can take advantage of this incident to play the victim or find a way out. On the other hand, Daphne can also prove her true feelings for Finn, despite having to confront Steffi. If Steffi does not lose her memory, she will probably come up with a revenge plan that is even bigger than what the audience can imagine. If she loses her memory, the situation will be even more complicated. Finn and Daphne can temporarily escape suspicion, but they will live in fear waiting for the day Steffi recovers her memory. In just a short time, the Forrester family has fallen into a dramatic spiral. Steffi is betrayed by her husband. Finn is torn between false love and responsibility. Daphne plays both the role of a strategic weapon for the fashion plan and the third person who destroys happiness. All these factors make the next episodes of The Bold and the beautiful and attractive bait for the audience. Will Steffi escape the danger and return as an unshakable queen? Or will she be forced to give up everything after discovering the cruel truth? What will Finn do to make amends with his wife? And will Daphne, with her mysterious beauty and ambition, seize this opportunity to rise or fall? Everything is still a mystery. Keep watching the bold and the beautiful in the upcoming episodes to witness the answers to the questions, the intrigues, and the unpredictable surprises.